Quorum.
Mother's Day when he was born.
We got a quorum, 5.
You got a quorum.
Chair.
Listen, we're gonna call the meeting to order. We're gonna have, 4th Ward Commissioner lead us in prayer. And then we're gonna have, Commissioner Singleton lead us in, Pledge of Allegiance. Let us all stand.
Amen.
We come now, Father, thank you for this meeting, Father God. Ask that you bless it, Father, that you just look over it, Father God, and give us guidance, Father God, to do things that you will be pleased, Father God. Father, these and other blessings, in your Son, Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, if you would, please, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Clark Griffin. Present. Commissioner Henderson. Commissioner Henry.
Present.
Commissioner Isom.
Present.
Commissioner Kennard.
Present.
Commissioner Singleton.
Present.
Commissioner Warren.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Present.
Mayor Mohammed. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Motion for approval of accounts payable listing.
Minutes.
I'm sorry. Approval of minutes.
So move.
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Singleton and been supported by Commissioner Isom. Any questions? Seeing there are none, could you call the roll?
Commissioner Isom.
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard.
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin.
Yes.
Commissioner Henry.
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Approval of accounts payable listing. Is there any? All right, well,
Motion.
motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Been motioned by Commissioner Singleton, been supported by Commissioner Isom. Can you call the roll?
Commissioner Kennard.
This is to,
Accounts payable.
Accounts payable listing.
yes.
No, this.
Nothing left in here. No. Yes.
Commissioner Singleton.
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin.
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson. Sorry, we're on accounts payable. I'll let you take a seat. Commissioner Henry.
No.
Commissioner Isom.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Let it be noted that all the commissioners are here. Don't want nobody saying that they're not here. So we do have a majority, a quorum, I'm sorry, not a majority. Update by Joy Andrews. Is Joy Andrews here? Seeing that Joy Andrews is not here, we will not have that today. Citizen comments, please check in with your city clerk. If there's a sign-in sheet right there, you do have 3 minutes maximum. And please state your name and your address, and the clerk will call you per the list. Thank you.
Darlene Reddick.
Just come to speak.
Yeah.
It's my first time doing it. Good evening,
Good evening.
committee, council. My name is Darlene Reddick. I live 1032 Pearl Street. I have a question concerning, I had to come to the city hall and show my I had to come to City Hall and show my W-2 taxes.
All right, please press the button. And-
You don't have to.
Oh, you don't? Is it on? Can you turn our mic up, please? Sorry, you have the floor.
Okay.
And please give her 3 minutes. I didn't mean to interrupt her. Thank you.
Yes. I had to come down to City Hall and show my W-2 taxes. I want to know why I had to come down to City Hall and show my W-2 taxes.
You have to be a little bit more specific. What happened? What was the situation?
The situation was explained to me by the young lady saying that it was the law that I had to come to City Hall down at I guess it was the financial department, because I had to pay $50. I work in St. Joe, but I live in Ben Harbor. And she said they wanted to make sure that I was paying my taxes to St. Joe. That was the reason why I had to bring the W-2 taxes for them to see. And it was a 1040 form that they had to see too, and another form, I can't remember what it was. And I wanted to know why did I have to bring that down to City Hall? Can anyone answer that question?
City Manager, do you want to, we have 1 minute and 55 seconds on it.
I don't have any idea with just this amount of information. Were you dealing with your city income tax? Is that what you were working?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would have to find out, but I would suspect that it was simply for verification of what was being reported. See, there's a city income tax form that you have to complete and fill out, and it has to come from your 1040, your federal income tax.
Basically, what it is just to make sure that your employer was taking out the city income tax if you live in Benton Harbor. But we can take your name, if you would give your name to one of these oh, you have her name?
Right.
Okay, and then give her your number so we can respond to you in paper, not just verbal, and then we'll get an answer for you. And if the answer is not suitable, then in 2 weeks, you have the right to come right back to this meeting and come back to us and let us know that the answer you got was not what you needed.
And the other one is the property taxes. Y'all don't raise the property taxes on our houses. Now, I understand the property taxes has to be raised, but when I ride through the city of Benton Harbor and I look at the trash and the debris that's in the alley, it's ridiculous that the city is not addressing it or doing anything about it. That makes the city of Benton Harbor really looks bad. It's been looking bad for years. That they're not trying to clean up the streets or anything. So that means my 3 minutes is up?
You can continue just for a little bit longer because there's not a lot of other people that are here, but I will ask you to finish your statement, please.
Oh, okay. So I want to know, what is the city going to do about it? Do we have a street sweeper that comes down that's supposed to sweep the streets? I think I seen it one time. That was over a year ago, brand new. I haven't seen it anymore. What's going on? Anyone?
Again, this is not a question and answer session.
Oh, it's not.
No, when citizens' comments come, we listen to it, and then we'll address it by our city clerk, and we'll get you an answer. But if you know addresses, then please feel free to let us know the addresses of where you're seeing this at, and then we'll send somebody out there to try to remedy the situation. Seriously.
You got guys riding around in these trucks. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, okay, that was very helpful.
Nathan Waters.
Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the housing issues that are going on and kind of mirroring what she's saying with the issues with garbage. I know there's a huge push right now for the beautification of Benton Harbor, which is great.
Could you please state your name?
I'm sorry, Nathan
and
Waters.
your address?
I'm with Adagio Properties. I own a rental property business here. One of the issues that we're having is the permitting process is becoming so cumbersome. We are working on renovating homes. We're working on providing more affordable housing. A few people here know me. I haven't lived here long. I've been in the state for about 7 years, but ever since I've been here, I've tried to be a part of the community. A lot of my peers also participate in some of the citywide cleanups, volunteer our time, our materials, our equipment. And the beautification project is great, what we're trying to do, or what everybody's trying to do in getting rid of the, slumlords and unsafe housing, which is great. But at the same time, it's becoming cost prohibitive when the fees here in Benton Harbor are twice as much as neighboring townships. I understand the importance of having these inspections, rental registrations, having inspections on any kind of renovations. But when we're having to do architecturally stamped drawings for a residential house and having to add fire suppression systems to residential houses, it becomes cost prohibitive. And that's the kind of stuff that we're up against.
Could you speak to what you're speaking to?
Okay, I have a house that we purchased on Main Street. It's a 4-unit house. We bought it with the intention of fixing it up, providing 4 units, safe, affordable housing, and it's become so cost prohibitive because we now have to spend $30,000 on a fire suppression system and $5,000 for architectural stamps before we are even given a permit. So now we're stuck with either just let the house deteriorate, tear it down, not invest. I can't afford to do that and still keep housing affordable.
What's the address to
It's
that?
818 Main Street.
And let me say this, I'm not Mayor Mohammed.
I understand.
Mayor Mohammed usually does not do this. But I do want to make sure that we do figure out, because this is not the first time I've heard about that.
Yeah, and I understand, we went from, a couple of years ago where it was like the Wild West as far as there was very little enforcement of the rules to now we're trying to, make sure that everybody's following the rules with pulling permits and doing work properly, which I agree with that, that's great. But it needs to also, and I see the Public Safety Department is making posts like, hey, we want to work with you. That's great. We want to try and get everything in compliance. We want safe, affordable housing. I think all of us have the same goal for providing homes for people that are affordable. But the more houses that sit there vacant and get torn down, water bills are rising here because you have a smaller, shrinking customer base, and it's exacerbating.
Do me a
the problem.
favor,
Yeah.
give your name and number to the city. Well, I mean, if you have something else you want to say.
No, this is part of a much larger conversation. I
All
just
right.
want to start this dialogue because we want to be
Well,
a part of the solution,
I'll say this, you're not the only one that
I know.
is talking about this engineering drawing thing, that somebody is wanting to make you go get an engineer for something that does not need an engineer.
Right. And
And that takes the burden off of them.
exactly. And
So,
I know that there's solutions to this problem. It's a lot more difficult than just a 3-minute discussion.
So I think that if one of these commissioners will have a town hall, or we can have a town hall, then we can discuss this and then remedy it.
Right.
Because the more you are taxed, the less the resident gets to enjoy.
Right, and I don't have Whirlpool money. I can't go throw up an apartment complex with 1% interest loans. We're trying to do things by the book, and it's really difficult. And all of our costs get passed on to potential tenants.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
No more comments.
Could I speak? Can I sign in and speak?
He may
It's up
not
to, it's up to the public safety director if he, can he speak? No, but, come on. If you want, make sure you sign your name and give her your name.
He gonna put you on the spot there, Mike.
We all speak, I don't care.
So my name's Tony Anderson. I was here probably a couple months ago, talking about the trash in the city, like on the corner of Buena Vista and Wakanda. And it was never cleaned up by the city. It was cleaned up by me. Remember that, Ethel? Yeah. Yeah. Me and friends ended up cleaning it up. No one from the city ever came out and did it for Public Works. There's another pile of trash. Another pile of trash has been dumped there. I flagged down Maurice Bruce. It had an address on the box, you know. So he said he had to do a work to get the trash picked up. But I was hoping the city could pick that trash up because it's on a city-owned lot. Is there any? Is that possible? Being a city-owned lot?
Can we get the address and could you give it to the city clerk?
Sure. It's on the corner of Buena Vista and Wakanda. There's really not like a house address, but.
Is the trash there today? Okay.
Still there. So, and then I also noticed, none of the city lots have been mowed. Is that gonna be starting soon?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I love the cleanup thing too, but if the city can take the lead, and clean up the trash in their own city lots, and mow their own city grass, like the rest of us would feel better about doing our thing too, you know? And I want to comment on Nathan's comment about the housing. It is very hard to see if something else this year with all the permits and property taxes that like went up 30% year over year. I've been getting board review. They didn't do more relief. It's hard to fix houses. There's a lot of houses that could be fixed up. A lot of people like to do it. Me, Nate, Rick. Beautiful houses, we love fixing them up. But it's just, it's hard, you know, so. That's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you. Any more?
No more.
No more comments. Thank you. And it will be addressed more sooner than later. So don't think that anything is being said that it'll be falling on deaf ears, but it will be addressed more sooner than later. Consider calendar items.
I want to separate.
Consider calendar items. Can we get a motion to approve?
We'd like to separate, Chair.
But before we do that, we have to have a motion to approve.
No, you take
Chair.
separation first.
All right, well, I'm sorry. Let's separate what do you want to separate? Commissioner
I have my hand.
Griffin.
Separate 1 and 3.
Commissioner Griffin wants to separate 1 and 3.
Noted.
I'm good, thank you.
Any other separations? All right, is there a motion to approve the consent calendar items as it is with the ones that separated? So I think that'll be number 2 that we'll leave.
So move.
Support. It's been moved by Commissioner Singleton, has been supported by Commissioner Henry. You support?
Yes, I would like to, I would like to see if someone would read this resolution so we can let everyone know that's not here on YouTube what we're approving.
There's a Commissioner Singleton supported it, and we're looking for support. Are you supporting it?
Support.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, it's been supported by Commissioner Warren. Can we call the roll on number 2? Or do you want it read?
I would, Chair,
But if it's already been supported,
Chair, all governments read resolutions so the people can know, being transparent, what we're approving. So when we go through and don't say anything, don't ask any questions, I know some of them are being vetted by committee, but state, federal, everybody reads the resolution. So it will come from the chair or the clerk, just to let the people know what we are voting for.
Clerk, have we done that on items that have already been supported? Because I might be new to it, but I'm not. Do we usually do that? Read the ones that, every resolution?
We have not in the past. That's totally up to the chair.
Okay.
The purpose of reading it, could you say that one more time?
The purpose of reading it is to be transparent to the people that's sitting in the audience and that's on YouTube listening, that they'll know exactly what we approved or did not approve. And that's a less than 4 paragraphs, and Chair, you could read those.
Commissioner
very well.
Kennard.
You graduated from Ben Harbor High, I know you can read it.
I was just going to state the same thing that she,
Is this going to be a consistent process? Because if we do
it should be.
if it is, then we should adopt it in the processes and procedures. Because all of us have committee meetings that this is being read at. And if we're going to start doing that, then I think it needs to be something adopted in the policies and procedures and the process. But since I'm trying to get out of here quick, resolution authorized the city manager to execute a contract with BG Construction and Engineering for Hall Park Restoration Phase 1 project. The recommendation is that the Benton Harbor City Commission approves a contract in amount of $576,000, $281.30 to BG and Engineering for Hall Park Restoration Phase 1 project, and authorizing the city manager to execute the contract. On April 16, 2025, 5 bids were received for Hall Park Restoration Phase 1 project. The low bidder was BG Construction and Engineering with a bid of $576,281.30. The bidder complied with all bidding requirements. Marsh checked the bid for completeness and accuracy. The project consists of the removal of the park's existing basketball court and construction of 2 full-size basketball courts on a concrete pad with court lighting and ADA compliant grades throughout. The court existing retaining walls will be removed and replaced with new modular block retaining walls featuring steep seat wall. And the project will also include the construction of ADA accessible trail systems with concrete sidewalks, areas for park benches and trash bins, and also associated traffic controls necessary for work. The limits of the project include areas within Hall Park parcel above the existing lower retaining walls, and there will be no impacts to the adjacent right-of-way. The contract amount of $576,281.30 will be funded through the MDNR Spark Grant funds authorized by PA 53 for the development of public outdoor recreation facilities, and there is no city match required.
Thank you.
Call for the question.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, on the first item that it was separated is the resolution to approve downtown social district redevelopment liquor license policy. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
It's been motioned by Commissioner Edward Isom. Is there support?
Support.
It's been supported by Commissioner Ron Singleton. Is there a discussion? There is discussion. Commissioner Griffin.
Okay, I just want to say on that, because here we come with some more liquor license. We already got businesses not paying taxes, and businesses not even registered. We got liquor stores not paying their tobacco, liquor, sales tax, and gas pump fees. And I just think a lot of more things could be done than us study coming with liquor license and everything else. I would like to see in downtown, I stated before, cultural, some positive, some things that everybody can play a part, everybody can be a part of, like cultural restaurants, cafes, clothing store, jazz, poetry, something that empowers and uplift, motivate, elevate, some positive things, something that's going to bring everybody and something for everyone. That's what I want to see. Thank you.
Commissioner Kennard.
I'd just like to agree, and I think that we could find a lot more positive things that we could put our energy towards rather than liquor. I sometimes wonder where our police are sometimes when reckless driving, and we've got so many of these dispensaries that are coming into existence, and liquor and everything. So you think about the dollars, money isn't everything. We have to have a safe community, and it seems like we're endorsing more of the alcohol and liquor license and things of that sort. So I'm really not in favor to grant any liquor license. That's all I have. I thought I was
Commissioner Henry.
Thank you, Chair. I know we talked about this in committee. Now, there was a couple of questions and some clarity that I needed about the downtown district. And I wasn't able to get that. So I'm definitely going to vote no on it, because I also agree that we have enough. We're only 4.3 miles wide, and we have 3 kinds of drugs in this city. Marijuana is the first one. Alcohol is the second one. And pharmaceutical drugs is the third one. And if you look at our statistics, you'll see that the third one, the last one I reported on, that 51% of our people have that problem. So I just have a problem with us keep adding on to the people's condition. And the only way that you can get out of drugs is to change your habits to something better. So if I know that I did some construction on the exercise, that's a positive thing for downtown. But to keep adding drugs to my people's accessibility with the trauma that we have received all our lives, I think it's horrible. So I will definitely be voting no on this one.
Commissioner, you have the floor. I'm sorry.
Warren.
Warren, I know your
Thanks.
name. I've been knowing you all my life.
Commissioner Warren. So I wanted to speak to this because this came through our committee, and I want to give a different perspective than the one that's been given. We, if you think about any restaurant you go to, even if you go to a chain restaurant, people are able to get wine or a cocktail with their dinner. And so the thought for this, and it's even at the bottom under financial impact, you're thinking about restaurants and dining and those particular establishments wanting to have a liquor license. And again, a lot of Americans do want a glass of wine or a cocktail or a beer while they have their dinner. And so the point was to attract more dining. And so that is what that states at the bottom of the under financial impact. And that is why I think it would be fine, because again, we want more dining, or at least I want more restaurants in our area.
Just a point of clarity, because I didn't make it to.
Commissioner Henderson.
Thank you. I'm sorry. So just for a point of clarity with this, and I know it was to extend the social district downtown, city manager through the chair, just for clarity, to expand that process, as we have restaurants and diners downtown, particularly a lot of people who come from out of town. I don't see a lot of people from our area, which is unfortunate, dining and eating downtown. So hopefully that we will get that. But what I see is people coming from, I see a lot of Chicago and other places, stuff like that, eating in our downtown. So the hope is to expand the social district, not necessarily, to just have a liquor license just to sell liquor, but as Commissioner Warren said, to expand the restaurant's ability to attract dining customers downtown. But through the chair, through the city manager, just for clarity, wasn't this to extend the social district?
We have already extended the social district, but this is to deal with the special redevelopment liquor licenses being available. If I might, the licenses that I've been hearing ever since I've been back here with the city, that our commissioners have legitimately had issues and concerns about, are the licenses that, as a couple of commissioners said, about our people going in a direction that these are the licenses where they walk in the side door and buy a bottle or something in a paper bag or one item or whatnot and go out on the street. This is a totally different kind of situation. This is about, as both the last two commissioners just said, it's about building development, bringing money and income into the community. It's not going to be for, the first one that came up requesting this is developing the building right now next to where the Priority Health Exercise facility was just completed. That building is going to be a cigar store that will also sell high-end liquor. Basically, when you go in there, you're going to find people sitting in a big, comfortable leather chair, smoking a cigar with a humidor on the wall, and maybe a glass of liquor. Now, that's not the people that we're concerned about having problems and this adding to them. This adds revenue to downtown, business to downtown, and as Commissioner Henderson said, if you look and you're seeing it more and more, a lot of Illinois plates, Indiana plates, that's money coming into our community that can help to foster job, revenues, and whatnot to improve and expand on the city. We also have had an inquiry about this exact thing. In fact, part of the request for expanding the zone came from the gentlemen that have bought the old Thayer Paper Company building and are anticipating putting a small, a combination of housing upstairs and commercial activity on the first floor, including, and I think they showed a picture of the kind of facility that would be a restaurant with liquor on the first floor and so forth. If we want to develop and rebuild this city, it's going to take revenue to do it, tax base, jobs, all of this. And it'll come in many forms. It'll be liquor establishments like this, not the kind of problem that you've complained about, where somebody buys somebody else's license for $90,000 in another community and brings it in, puts it in a service station. That's the problem one. So this is why I think this is to the advantage of the community and will be important to promoting overall development.
Thank you for that, for what you stated. I will say that it did come to our committee, and those that want to come just on Monday nights to talk about stuff. There's Wednesday night meetings that are happening every week, and I think the clerk sends out all the information before even every meeting. I will say this, that I was at breakfast at, I don't know, this place over here on Water Street, I think it is. It's the Teacup or Tin Cup, or what is that thing called over there? Mason jar, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know, it's been a long day. The Mason jar. And to find out that the Mason jar serves alcohol. And as Director Little is stating, we're not talking about people sitting down at a venue having crab, lobster, whatever you're having, and deciding to partake instead of somebody serving minors. So serving night train, serving what's that other one they call the red Wild Irish Rose, and selling Choy Boy and all these kind of things that are legal. And I know people looking funny now, but y'all been to Olive Garden, and every Olive Garden I've been to serve alcohol. Everywhere lobster you've been to, I think they do serve alcohol. And Texas Corral, if y'all went and got a good steak. Matter of fact, I'll go a step further. Applebee's.
Applebee's, yeah.
Chili's. I know y'all done ate there. I know y'all want to say amen now, but y'all done ate there before, and they serve alcohol. So whether you like it or not, it's a whole different crowd than the one that's buying Boom Farm, Night Train, Mad Dog 2020, and all these other kind of stuff. That's what we need to stop. And what's happening is that a lot of these people are just trading off liquor licenses. And I want to thank Director Clark tonight because he's been fighting hard. Director Clark, can you speak to that about the liquor licenses and how you guys have went to the state to try to get them to stop transferring liquor licenses in our city?
We have. We've also raised some issues with how they've been transferred, where some of the businesses are. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get all the response we wanted, but the state has been a little more positive when any potential have come up and have been involving us more in the process.
So we have been asking the questions about the transference of liquor licenses in our community.
Yes.
Thank you, Director Clark. So we're not taking a blind eye to this. So it's not like we're saying, hey, just pop up and drink. That's not what it is. And St. Joe, Bridgman, New Buffalo, a lot of people coming from out of town, and as these young people have said today, they're trying to build in Benton Harbor. But you can't keep putting rummage sales in Benton Harbor and think that it's going to work, and people getting tax breaks and tax free and just slinging stuff and think it's going to work. So I call for the question.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
No.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry,
No.
Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
No.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Next one on the agenda is resolution to approve trash Robinson littering reward program. Do you want me to read that? Is there a motion to approve?
Support.
Been motioning by
I'm sorry, motion, so moved.
Commissioner Henderson, been supported by
Support.
Commissioner Singleton. Any discussion? Commissioner Griffin.
Only thing I need to know, because on the paper it said, the initial amount is 2,500. Is the comma in the wrong place? I want to know what I'm voting on.
There's too many zeros.
I think it was, $2,500. I mean, if you put a 2,500, could have been,
It's too many zeros.
could have been a period, but it stops at $2,500. A zero means
Oh, excuse
zero.
me, I had all kinds
Thank
of-
you,
You're doing too much
Commissioner
tonight.
had her hand up. Commissioner Henderson, thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, just was reading through this, and I think it's a great idea to incentivize people to report dumpers and people who are doing illegal things in the community, starting off with $100 to, maybe a kid see somebody dumping, and we'll incentivize people to call, so it'll help, us continue to clean up the city of Benton Harbor. So I think it was a really great idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Henderson. Commissioner Henry.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. It is a good idea anytime that we can get people to get involved in their government, even for $100, and it's gonna solve the problem of our dumping. So I think it is a good idea, but my only question would be is, where is this money coming from, $2,500? I know it looks like a drop in the bucket, but I've been here for a long time, and I've been hearing the same thing over and over and over every 2 weeks. We're broke. We don't have any money, so where's this money coming from?
Commissioner, City Manager, could you speak to the $2,500 that will stop people from illegal dumping and putting couches and chairs and car tires and everything else?
Certainly, the 2,500 will come from the same place that we spend the 21,000 every month hauling trash up to the landfill. Part of our problem has gotten to be a popular belief on the part of a number of people that they can go and dump in the city alleys or dump on specific city property, and that because it's city property, the city will just automatically pick it up and haul it away. So instead of them having to pay to dump it, and many of these people are being paid by people to dump it at a landfill, but instead of keeping the money and dumping it in alleys and on city lots and so forth. So it would be a significant saving if we can catch some of these people doing that stuff, and instead of having to spend these huge amounts of money taking it to a landfill, we can make them clean it up and fine them for it.
Just a point of clarity, City Manager, when they catch the people, will they be fined and that money come back to the city?
That would be the intent, to fine them, and if we can get the courts to make them clean it up.
So that money will be reimbursed.
Certainly.
I think it's an excellent idea. And Commissioner Singleton, I think you're seeing your hand
Yeah,
up down there.
well, yeah, I think it's an excellent idea too, and that was my question too, is once somebody's caught, or, I don't know what the largest fine we can levy, you know, 'cause let's say, city ordinance, probably a misdemeanor, but we could also ask for restitution too, so, so whatever the cost was to clean it up, plus administrative costs, so whoever get caught dumping, it could end up being a very expensive lesson for them, and, you know.
Thank you. Commissioner Kennard.
Did I hear them say that make them clean it up, and they're gonna fine them too? I did hear something in reference to make them clean it up. Are they gonna make them clean it up and pay the fine too?
It's
Because,
it's quite possible. Judges have done that before.
Okay, so then there will be added money to where the money would have been taken from to pay the person. Am I right?
I didn't understand.
That's a double deal that if the person is going to have to clean up the mess that they put down, then they're gonna be fined for it. That fine money is gonna be coming to the city, whatever is fined. When they're given a fine, that money goes where?
Depending on how far it has to go through the process, it may partly go to the county, part to the city, or we don't know exactly.
Listen, people don't have no business dumping
No.
in the city of Benton Harbor. I mean, our alleys look like, this young man just came up here today and spoke about trash in our community. And if somebody wants to dump, I wouldn't care how they handle the situation. And township, they'll charge you with a misdemeanor or for illegal dumping. People, and Director Clark, I don't mean to keep on calling on you, because I know you might not have a report for tonight. But a lot of people who come in our city and dump are not from our city. We've
That is
caught,
correct.
huh?
That is correct.
Can you say that again?
That is correct.
A lot of people who come in our community who dump are not from our community.
That's true.
So I wouldn't, if the judge told them to go back, clean it up, or wipe it up, or plant new grass, or however they handle it, they had no business bringing it into our community and dumping it. So I'm totally in agreement with this. I will ask that we do, as a commission, make sure that that other zero is corrected, so we don't have any issue with the amount. And I call for the question.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, and thank you, City Manager, for your hard work and due diligence. I will ask that we have the staff comments from our staff officials, starting with our Director of Public Safety.
Good evening. Parade this weekend, don't forget Blossom Time Parade Saturday. If you live, work, or travel a parade route, we do have parking passes and access passes for those that need them. They just need to come down to Public Safety to pick those up. Also, too, if you live on Main Street, we will be posting the night prior, no parking on the street, as we always do. So just if anybody that normally parks on the street, we ask that they park in one of the side lots, so we don't have to tow them or anything like that for the parade route. And other than that, that's all we have.
Thank you. Is there cameras over there on Pipestone now? I seen something with solar. There's a big thing in the park there. Is that cameras or just lights or what?
I'd have to go look, I'm not sure.
Is that state police or?
Is it the towed trailer?
Yeah.
With the fence around it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's MSP. That's state police.
Okay, thank you. Our beloved clerk.
I have no report this evening. Come visit me if you have questions.
Thank you. Our outstanding city manager.
Thank you, sir. I'm very pleased to say that our city has multiple and numerous positive things going on in the city right now to develop it. If you've looked around, you see work getting ready to start in Hall Park, some already underway. Work is going to begin at the Bobo Brazil Center, although not to the extent that we had hoped to with the $20 million grant that we had received that was canceled and rescinded and then canceled again, and we're not sure where that's going. The Martin Park, where years ago they had a fountain that would shoot water up in the air 30 or 40 feet with lighting that lit it up and really made it beautiful. It's going to be that way again, and the work is going on it right now. If you travel through downtown, you see the Priority Health exercise facility that was just done. Right next to it, a local gentleman who happens to be a minority is developing that building for the cigar shop and liquor establishment we're talking about. You come around on Colfax, you'll see a construction fence around the site where the Corner at Wall Street project is getting underway. By end of June, Colfax Avenue itself, from Main up to Market, will be underway. As you travel on out through the city, you see on the various streets that we've got work going on all across the city. So a lot of positive things are happening and going on. This past Saturday, I went to Union Park. That was the opening day for the young kids' baseball games. There were people playing on all three of the baseball diamonds. And I must say, I was very proud and thrilled to see all those little kids marching out there and just having themselves a great time. Commissioner Isom was there. A number of people, I mean, there must have been a good 300 or 400 people out there that day, and it was really wonderful. The concession stand was open, selling things. The gentleman that we had to go through and cut the grass and everything had done an outstanding job on it. There were no weeds coming up through the fence or around the trees and none of that. And I was just thrilled to see it. So I don't know who other people may be having still issues, but I'm pleased with what I see going on in the city, and we're going to try and keep it going. And we're going to put a stop to this dumping and this other craziness. We're talking with the police department, we're going to look at putting drones in the air where we can see folks doing this stuff and send a car directly to them. And we're not going to play with them.
I thought you were going to drop the mic. After all that you said, you're doing a good job. I want to tell you that. You're doing a good job, and, you know, I know people are speculatory, but you're doing a good job. I mean, it ain't what you say, it's what you do. We're going to start off with Commissioner Griffin.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. And let me just say, Mr. Tony and Mr. Nathan, they helped in my cleanup, my spring cleanup. So they were a part of it. And let me reiterate on the liquor license. The ones that's already, the businesses already down there has their liquor license. What we voted on today was for new liquor license. These are for businesses that ain't even open yet. One hasn't even not, it's not even developed yet. And for the one that says that, you know, people only come to Monday meeting, that person only comes to they own committee meetings. So the ones talking about their committee meeting only comes to their committee meeting, nobody else. And let me just say, I will not be bullied, filibustered, or harassed up here or gaslighting. I can say what I want to say. I can ask whatever question I want to ask, and some of us ask questions just so the residents can know what's going on, whether we know or not. I want to be transparent, which is what we're supposed to do. My work speaks for itself. That's why I'm unopposed. I don't have 4 people on my back, and I said what I said.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Of course.
Play with me.
Free
Don't play
speech.
with me.
Commissioner Henry, please. Thank you. You're unopposed also, so please speak.
Yeah. You ain't.
Well,
That's one.
I just want to thank the citizens for coming out and listening to what we have to say about how we're spending your money. That's the most important thing to me, is how we're spending your money. Is it going to just take care of brick and mortar, or is it going to handle the human infrastructure part that's missing in this community? 49% of the community is below poverty level. People are having problems improving the city. So we have to look at those things and find ways to fix it. We just can't talk about it and not do anything about it. Week after week, month after month, I hear citizens come up and say the same thing. That is sickening to me, and until we get commissioners elected by the people to look out for people, I'm going to say shame, shame on us. Thank you.
Commissioner Kennard.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. And I know you had other things that you could do with your time. My daughter's visiting me. I would have loved to spend this evening with her. But I said that this is very important. I was elected to be a voice for you, and I'd like to see you get all of your questions answered. The young lady that came in questioning of her taxes, I'd like to see you get an answer and be satisfied with the answer that you get. We so many times get different ones that ask questions, and they say that they never got a call back or an answer. So we're looking for a different thing to take place here. We're getting the city done, but also there's questions that need to be answered. And the young man here, you need things to work out for you. They're trying to get an increase of taxes and things like that here in the city for the city to grow. What you're doing is a part of the growth of the city. And so we're looking for you all to get answers to the things that you ask about. We sometimes find them laughing, but we're not a joke here. We're serious that you get an answer. We want to see the city grow in a positive direction too. Not just for a rich guy that got cigars and other things, that's good. But how many of us that are residents here that can afford to sit back and smoke cigars and drink alcohol? This is all good for those that can afford it, but I'm saying that's not the most important. We got more poor people here that are working every day. So many times, and it's not, it's no secret. It was brought up in one of the Wednesday's meetings that there's a lot of those that's making big dollars here in the city and hasn't paid into the city income tax. So I just want you all to know that you need an answer. So I'm not telling any secrets. This is something that is known. These are statements. So you can't hold me in being negligent in saying that. So you all that haven't heard it, you heard it tonight. Thank you all for coming, continue to come.
Commissioner Isom.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Thank you for your concerns about the city and how it looks. You know, we need that. It's going to take all hands on deck to get this problem resolved. You know, not just Public Works. You're going to take people cleaning up after each other. You know, it's going to take everybody to get this thing under control. The opening day at Union Park was great. You know, just to see families out there with their children. And the park was full. You know, we had the concession stand open, the bathrooms was open, and the park looked so clean, and it was a great day to see that. You know, growing up there, my brother played for the Reds, and you know, my mother fried a bucket of chicken up, and we go out there and just hang out. And that's just the way it looked yesterday. I met the coach from Coloma, and he was telling me, man, this park looked great, you know, and I could smell it. I said, what you smell? He said, I smell rib tips. They had rib tips out there. He was happy, you know, just to see the park like that, and just to get neighboring communities to come over to be at Union Park. It was great to see the little kids. It's just to see families. Awesome day. The city is under construction. We still got a long way to go, but sometimes you have to go through the struggle to get where we going, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. Once we see Broadway and Empire, Pavone, McAllister, Levette, in time, it's going to all work out for the good. May 24th is our kite flying event. Me and the First Lady, Mayor Mohammed, we've been doing it for years. I think since 15, 16, we've been putting on this kite flying event. You know, I tell all the commissioners to go fly a kite. I'm going to bring you a kite to make sure you go fly one. But it's going to be at Alumni Field. That's the field on Union, I think, Alumni Field. The one they practice in by Discount Tire. I think that's what that is. So we used to be at the airport, but now we're going to move it for be right close to the city. We can get more children involved. It's a big event, so make sure I don't have a flyer out soon, but I'll send it out to all the commissioners. And again, thank everyone for coming. Thank you for your concern. I know me and you picked up trash years ago. We had the big cleanup and we piled it all in the city park. But thank you so much, you know, and, you know, we put all that trash in the city park that year, and it's still trash, and it's right there. Unbelievable. We can get it done. We can get it done. We gonna get it done because we expect great things. Expect great things to happen in Ben Harbor. It's happening. Expect great things. And Ms. Kennard, you will have your finance director soon. Thank you for coming out. God bless
Praise the
you.
Lord.
God bless Ben Harbor.
Commissioner Warren.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. One of the things that the hot topic has been trash, and April 26th, there was an Earth Day, a big cleanup at Ox Creek. And it was a lot of people that was out there cleaning up, including myself, but it was not a lot of Benton Harbor residents. And this is our city, but we don't come out to help clean up. So I feel like we need to think about holding hands and working together to clean up the city, not just pointing fingers saying it's dirty. Have you been to a cleanup? Do you come to the town halls? I mean, we can all do something. It's not just, oh, someone is in this position, they can wave a magic wand and make everything perfect, because we all know that's not realistic. I have a cleanup for the Second Ward scheduled for May 17th. If you think the Second Ward looks dirty, come on out and help us. Normally when I have cleanups, my last cleanup, 4 people showed up. Only 2 people, and one of them has passed away, God rest her soul, so she, of course, won't be there. So I'm hoping it's not only me that's going to show up to clean up the Second Ward. So again, May 17th, it's going to be from 10 to 12, just 2 hours of commitment to help clean up. And I know I have some people from other communities that are saying they're coming, but we really need residents to come out and care for your community and kind of put the action where your mouth is. Let's all work together and help do something. We can complain till the cows come home, but what's going to happen if we all sit around and complain? Nothing. So let's go ahead and do something. Be a doer. Let's get something done and work together and do it. I still will have a town hall. It's taking me a while to get the date because I'm trying to contact the library personnel, and they're always not there when I'm calling. So I had originally said probably the week after the cleanup. It could be toward the end of May or early June, whenever I can rent the room out. But stay tuned. We will have a second ward town hall. Thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful evening.
Commissioner Henderson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Again, just like to thank all of the residents and people who came out to voice their concerns about the city we all love. Ms. Riddick talked about the street sweepers. I know when it was out, I don't think it did every street. It was out a couple weeks ago. I saw it in several different places, and it's like seeing Bigfoot when you see the street sweeper. It's like, wow, there it is. It does exist. So it was out the beginning of the month, and so hopefully that'll continue. On May 17th, there is a rededication of Charles Yarborough Park, so I hope everyone will come out. That park is being redone, and hopefully the road will be done by the time that dedication happens in 2 weeks, Riverview, so that people can get through there. So everybody come out to that. But just want to talk about tonight's agenda and just all of the things that are happening in the city. It's been a very long time since we've seen the kind of construction that is happening in the city of Benton Harbor. It's exciting because it hasn't. And so just to see all of the new roads, it is definitely an inconvenience, but a really good inconvenience because we're getting some results of things that we've hoped for a very, very long time. And so just to be a part of that is just super exciting. The littering program, and like everyone has talked about, it's going to take the whole community to make sure that this city stays clean. It's not just a few people. It's not just this commission. And as Commissioner Warren, I remember when I was first elected for 6 years, I did a cleanup. I had people in this room who helped big cleanups all throughout the city, and mostly it was people who didn't live, particularly in my ward. They were all outside of my ward or someplace in the city, but just wanted to see the beautification. And so that same thing is still happening. People are complaining about the cleanup, but people are not showing up, and it's exhausting work. It's good work, but we need the whole community to be involved in making our city beautiful. The social district, the expansion of the liquor license, the young man that's opening up the cigar bar is an African-American gentleman. He and his wife came, and they want to open up that. So we're so excited that that'll be happening, and so that they can have that particular business, and I think it'll be great for the city. I've been to one of those kinds of spots in Texas. They're all over, and just other places, and it's another amenity for people in our community to take advantage of if that's what they want. It's adult entertainment, and it's good, clean entertainment. So just so excited for those things, and hopefully more businesses will look at that and want to invest in our community. So that is the hope, and just to see Benton Harbor continue to grow and continually be on the move. So have a great evening and good night.
Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. City manager had another remark that he wanted to make.
I just wanted to say again, we are looking to try and find local people to hire to cut grass, and also some to drive the vehicle and monitors parking and so forth. They do have to be, have a reasonable record, have to have a driver's license if they're applying for one of the driving positions. But I just mentioned that so that, if you know someone, send them to us.
Thank you. Commissioner at large, so hurt that you're not running, man, but you might be running on the pole. Go ahead, man.
Always come a time that you have to think about some other things, so, but, you look back over the 10 years and knowing what the city was, the situation we was in then, still under some parts of receivership, all the problems, that we had, and no money, we had definitely all kind of problems. The dumping was then, all the other issues, economic development wasn't moving, houses sit up and, fell apart and stuff, but, over the 10 years now, we're at a point where we see growth, a whole lot of growth. We're talking about, maybe have to, charge for some parking or something downtown. That means that your, town has grown, and to see people interested in, we hear these guys talking about, rehabbing houses, getting the houses back on tax rolls, all those things are happening, coming up with solutions for dealing with the big problems that we had, the trash issues, and holding folks accountable, and it's just, the construction, when I first came in, the big issue was about the streets, you tore up cars and, potholes and everything, but now, all over, and not to mention the water crisis, that we had, infrastructure's being done, so, I'm pleased to have served and been a part of, making things happen. Wish it had been a little, quicker, but, like anything, you have to crawl before you walk, we're getting there. We haven't got there all the way, but I think if we keep marching, at the pace we're going now, that, we'll look back and say, hey, and some of the ones who couldn't remember when it was, you go downtown and, old curtains flying out the windows, empty buildings and things, even the parks, I didn't make it to the Union Park event. I did see some of it on social media, and it really, touched me because, Parks and Recs was up under the Public Safety Committee for a long time, and, we worked hard trying to get those things done, and to see a lot of it coming to fruition. And the young man that's, John Sams, the fourth, I think he is, good kid. I coached him when he was in Rocket football. Know his dad well. We played football in high school together, and I think whoever chose him to be over that program, it was an excellent choice, because he puts his heart into it. Matter of fact, I had asked him to, think about running for a city commission one time, and I said, hey, get involved, and he got involved in another way. And one day, I seen him at the one of the restaurants. I said, hey man, you're running it. No, coach, I think I do better doing this other thing. And I say, and he's doing a good job. So just everybody keep up the good work, bring your complaints, and bring some solutions, and let's keep this thing going.
Thank you. The mayor had to go and try to rectify the situation with the grant dollars that are going to the Armory. So he is out doing that. It amazes me that, where we are now from where we come from. I was here when the emergency manager stripped us of all of everything that we had. We didn't have anything. Now we got streets, and somebody else was the reason that they got done. The water crisis was for somebody else did that. Everybody else has done everything that this city government has voted to make happen, and yet some of these just it's terrible. My mother told me when somebody does something they don't have to do, there's nothing wrong with just saying thank you. Some people have reaped the benefit got money. I'm talking about took money from the city. And now we got people don't even know nothing about government at all. I mean, not absolutely nothing about government, but have the nerve to tell you everything about. We negotiated, me and Commissioner Henderson brought back a lot of things, whether y'all know it or not. The Jimmy Carter Habitat for Humanity didn't even want to deal with Benton Harbor. We went and got them back. We went and got Whirlpool to do stuff in the parks. We went and got them back. But some people on this board have voted no for even the streets being remodeled. The streets being fixed. They voted no for stuff that's happening, that's beautifying and helping the community. They voted no. I didn't stop nobody, so don't stop me.
No, Commissioner Henderson.
I didn't stop
Point of
nobody.
order. She's not supposed to be talking. Point of order.
They voted no
Point of order.
for stuff to benefit the city of Benton Harbor residents.
Silly.
They voted no. Voted no. Let's get the streets repaired. No. Let's get the sidewalks repaired. No. Let's get this repaired. No.
Pay your water bill. No, for you.
My water bills are paid.
No, they not.
They are paid.
I got time today. Keep coming
Well,
after me
and then the ignorance.
of you.
The ignorance. Ain't nobody slinging no slingshots at nobody. But if you want to, I'm gonna tell you a story. And the Williams brothers sung this song, "Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around somebody else's." That's why people don't want to come to Benton Harbor and do business. We got people telling people they fixing the climate. How the world you fixing the climate and God is over the climate? God takes care of the sun, the moon, the stars, but they thanking people for taking care of the climate. You fixing the climate. So what I'm saying is the city of Benton Harbor deserves what you deserve. But you do deserve somebody to represent you in a way that you're not embarrassed. That you're not, and then to know what the heck you're talking about.
Yeah.
None of these people here in this city board have a credit card. None of these people have a car. None of these people have a city bank account. But then the misnomer is that people are stealing. And you have people that are putting out these narratives that are false. Nobody on this board, unless they got something, I don't know, but some of them have got money and did a little bit for what they did for it. Nobody on this board has a city credit card. So to say people are doing thieves and robbers and all, that's their mind. It's nothing to do with anything that anybody has going on. And if you want to check my record, and I want to put this on record, that I will be showing my water bill, and I do want a public apology for somebody who will sit up here as an elected official to say something like that that's erroneous. But I do have rental property that we're being overtaxed, overcharged, and everything else for, but you live in your glass house. But keep on supporting the devil, and you'll see what happens to his demons. Thank you. I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
Commissioner Clark Griffin,
Yes.
Commissioner Henderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry,
Yes.
Commissioner Isom,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennard,
Yes.
Commissioner Singleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Seats.
Play with me, 'cause I'm kind
Yes.
Motion carried.
Hope you got enough money.
and it was more than that.
Hope you got enough money.